I will say that the richest people I've met in my life, I've met at least one billionaire. They are the most generous, kind, caring people on this earth. So it is a limiting beliefs. There's a lot of beliefs, and there are not a lot of truths out there in this earth, right? Yes, if you step off the Empire State Building, you will fall. That is a truth. The law of gravity is a truth. But there's not a lot more than that. So consider how you're thinking about things. Do you absolutely know that that's the truth, or is it just a belief that's not serving you? Dave, you had.
Yes. So one of the things that I did is that you have to work harder and harder to be rich or to get ahead, not work smarter and smarter.
Right, exactly. So belief is critical. How are your beliefs serving you? And I teach specific ways that you can shift these beliefs. And you don't have to go looking for them, these quote unquote invisible limiting beliefs. You can just move to empowering beliefs. It's good to be rich. What if you had 10 million or $100 million? What charity would you start? Write that down. Maybe you want to give to a charity that's already created. Write that down. Act as if you're already there. That's a powerful technique. To act as if you already have and own that empowering belief. So that's rule number one when you believe. Rule number two, in the 9 money rules millionaires use, is trust your intuition. And I will tell you, no financial advisor or financial planner will tell you to trust your intuition when you're investing. But as a former hedge fund manager, I will, because if I didn't trust my intuition, I either lost money or made less money. So how do you develop your intuition? You practice it every chance you get. So I used to go to the gym and do curls to develop my bicep. So you can develop your intuition every single day. You're making hundreds of decisions every single day. Start with a baby step. Maybe you're in Manhattan and you're on the subway platform and the local train's sitting there. The express is coming in 2 minutes. What do? Local, express? Trust your intuition. A few years ago, I used to take my daughters to school on Thursday mornings, and we had options. We could take the local roads, we could take the highway, or we could hitchhike. Just kidding. So each morning, my intuition generally would tell me to take the highway, but there was one particular morning the highway was all backed up with traffic. And my intuition was still telling me to take the highway, but I used my intellect. I said, no, this doesn't make any sense. I'm going local. So I start going local, and immediately my stomach's in knots. I hear the sirens, I see the flashing lights, and because I didn't trust my intuition, it cost me a $150 speeding ticket. And to this day, my daughters tease me and call me Speedy Pants. How can you use your intuition to make money? Tap into it. So Dave mentioned I was a former hedge fund manager. I was working at Citi in 2008. We had done the analysis, and we knew that AIG, American International Group, was overvalued. So me and my analysts had done the work, and we started betting that was going to go down. It's called shorting. So about 6-8 weeks later, my analyst comes to me and he says, look, did the analysis, it's not going any lower. I looked at the analysis, intellect, said, okay, I agree, and we got out. 3 days later, the stock's down 5%, and my intuition is screaming at me, it's going lower, what are you doing? So I listened, and I got back in. 3 months later, stock's down 60%. We made 60% on our money, 240% annualized in 3 months by trusting my intuition. And I can give you hundreds of examples. And when you read my book, I see stock symbols and license plates. So I'll be driving along and I'll see it. I don't know if it's going to go up or down, but I do know I'm supposed to pay attention. This has been happening since 2010, a couple of years after I started professionally investing. So intuition, rule number 2.